Hello everyone, welcome to Align Book. This is our level 3 session in which we will be covering the report part plus your GST part plus how you are going to manage your users. So before starting with the level 3 session, let me explain you about the training schedule. So we have the training procedure of level wise, like the whole software is divided into 3 levels: level 1, level 2, and level 3. And these levels are repeated from Monday to Friday on different timings in different languages, in Hindi also and in English also. We have the production like modules training also, like production, employee and asset module, job work, and CRM and CVSs. We have the offline training also. So you can check the training schedule from the main page of Align Book and join accordingly. And then you can also check like what all content we are going to cover in which level. Like it's our level 3. So in level 3, we will be covering the reports, GST filing, and user management. Plus here we have also mentioned the link through which you can join the session. You can also guide your other employees for this page, and they can join the sessions from this link also. And as this is our last session for level 3, so after that, if we will be having any new updates or any new feature, so you can check that also from this page only. Simply you have to click here to know more, and it will redirect you to the what's new page. And from here you can check that what all new updates we have given into the software, that also date wise, and a proper explanation that how it is going to be impacted, or where the impact will be shown. So once in a week or twice in a month, you can come on this page, you can visit this page to check the features and updates, so that you will be like able to use all the new features, and any of the updates will be and will be known to you. Okay. Now, as this is our level 3 session, in this we will be covering the report part. But before starting with level 3, let me brief you about the support option. So during the time of this training or after this training, if you will be facing any issue, any query, or any doubt, then you can reach out to us. This is our support option. You can call on our IVR number in the urgent cases, or you can raise a support ticket by clicking on click here to raise support ticket. You have to mention few nominal details like your contact number, subject of the issue that you are facing, then a proper description of the issue that you are facing, then simply submit. And by clicking on view report, you can also view your support history, that what all time you have raised the support ticket, and what's the current status of your ticket, it is resolved or not. If it is resolved, then who had resolved this query, and what resolution they given to you. Now, our reports part. When you will click on report, these 4 reports will be shown to you on the main page. Just give me a minute. Let me refresh my page. Okay, these 4 reports you can see mainly on the dashboard. The first one is trial balance. So if you want to check your up-to-dated trial balance, like it is till 27 Feb 2022, it's completely up-to-dated. Means the transaction that I have done 10 seconds before, that also is included in this trial balance. You can see your assets, you can see your liability, incomes, expenses, all the expenses are mentioned here. So you can check it from here. Next, here are 2 reports, that is for customer trial and vendor trial. In these reports, you will be able to find only those customer and vendors with whom you are transacting on credit basis. Like if I am going into vendor trial, only those vendors are shown here to whom I am dealing on credit basis. When you will double click on this, you will be able to see your vendor ledger, that what's the amount, how this amount came. Similarly, in the case of customer trial, you can also see the customer ledger. So if in case your customer is saying that they want their ledger, then you can simply double click on any of your customer. You have to put the filter because the data is shown as per today date only. So year to date, in view. Here's a proper brief. Then you can print this out and you can give this to your customer. Next, here we have a very useful report of stock trial. From here you can see all your like stock, like what's the closing balance. If you have put in any opening, then that will be shown in opening balance. How much you have received, means purchased during this period of time, how much you have sold during this period of time. You can check it easily. If you want to see further ledger for any stock, you just have to simply double click on that and the ledger will be here. Now when it comes to functionalities of report, so in each and every report you will get this option for refresh. You just have to click on this and your report will be refreshed. Okay, in each and every report you will get the option for filter. So whatsoever filter you want to put, you can put from here. Like for the period, if you have any from date and to date, you can do that. If you want to see any particular group only, you can select. If you want to see for any particular item, you can select the item from this option only. Then if you have created branches, in that case for which branch you want to see the stock, what kind of items you want to see, only the finished product or the raw materials, so you can put the filters from here. Then in each and every report you will get the option for print. And you can see that your report is printed here, like what all the stocks you was having. Then also you will get the option for export all data to your Excel sheet. You just have to click on this particular option. So you can see that the stock trial report is being downloaded into your Excel format. So any of your report, like any of your report that we have given in this report section, you will get this functionalities to refresh, to filter, to print, and to export that file into the Excel format. You can easily do that. Moving further, if you will go into all reports, you will get some basic report. You just have to click on more reports. So now here you will be able to find like multiple reports for each and every of this modules. Like if you want to see the reports related to your sales, you have to go into customer and sales. Same with purchase, you will go into vendor and purchase. For inventory related, you can go into inventory report. For employees related, you can go into employees, and for assets you can go into asset. Now let's go through with a few of the basic reports. Like if you want to check your sales, in that case you will get the estimate register, order register, then your sales invoice register, like what all sales invoices you have made up till now. Okay, I have made just a single invoice. When I will double click on this, the invoice will be opened. See, here is the invoice, it is open. If you want to do any kind of changes, you can do that also. Moving further, here you will get more reports, like ledgers and trials of your customer receipts, and your location wise also, then your sub customers also. If you want to see the outstanding data also, you can see. You will get the aging report also, the aging that we explain in general setup to you, those reports are here. Then if you want to see the linkage report, means if you have a sales cycle and you are pulling your data from estimate directly to the invoices, or you are pulling data from order to invoice, then that linkage report you will also find here, like estimate versus order, estimate versus invoices, then how much your pending sales order summary also, then your requisition summary. You can check these all reports from here. These all reports you will get in purchase also. Moving further, we have the inventory reports. So inventory, you can see your item master with bundle, transaction type, stock ledger, stock analysis, stock valuation summary, stock aging report you will also find here. Then if you are maintaining any serial number wise or batch wise maintain inventory, then that report you will also find here, batch wise detail, batch wise and expiry date wise. If you are doing any branch transfer, in that case you will get the that reports under this particular section. You will get your job card, job work, and each and every reports. Like here you will find 100 plus reports which will include each and every working of your that you are doing into the software. Then next, coming to financial. So in this we have the receipt, payment, voucher, daybook. In daybook you can see like what all you have, like financial transactions you have done in the day. Like here you can see I have made sales invoices and payment receipts and bill payments. You can check from here. We have more reports. Like if you want to see your cash book or bank book, that also you can check from here only. So this is all about your reports. Like you can print any of your report, you can put filters on your report, you can export your reports into Excel sheet, any of your report. If you want to make a search for your reports, that you can also do. You just have to change the format for this. And you can search from this also. So this is all about your reports. Let me refresh my page. Now the next part is your GST filing, how you are going to manage your GST from the software. So for that, first of all, you need to do some setup. For that, you need to go into configuration. You have to go into company setup, basic setup. The first thing that you have to make sure that in statutory information, you have mentioned your GST number and your GST username, and your firm is GST registered, unregistered, or it is under composition scheme, and which type of goods or services you are dealing, like you are dealing into goods or services or both. Then the four most important point is turnover less than 5 crore. If your turnover is less than 5 crore, then make sure that you have marked this option and just save. This is the basic setup that you have to do. Now you can manage your GST from two places. The first one is from main dashboard. So from main dashboard, you just have to click on GST, that is under the statutory column. And from here, you can check what's your GST filing status, like for all month, for your GSTR1 and GSTR3B when you have filed. If you haven't filed, then it will show as not filed. Next one is your GST tax statement. What's your GST tax liability as per the data you have entered into the Align Book software. Then it will also give you a reconciliation of what you have filed versus what's your actual data that you have entered into the software. Then you can also see your GSTR 2A and 2B statement from main dashboard only. Next, if you want to further manage your GST, so for that you have to go into reports. You have to go into all reports. You will click on more report. Here is the GST column. So the first one is your GSTR1 file. This is your GSTR1. If you want to refresh, you can refresh from here. If you want to download the Excel format of your GSTR1, simply click on download Excel. It's downloaded. Open when done. This is your GSTR1 report in Excel format. You can see all the details are here. All the three summary are downloaded. So if you give your data to any of the CA or accountant to file your GST, in that case, you can simply download the Excel format and you can give it to your CA or accountant. Next, if you want to make their work more easy, in that case, you can give them a JSON file. Like when you are giving your data to your CA for filing the GST. In that case, what they used to do, they used to convert your Excel file into a JSON file, and then they directly upload that file on the GST portal. So if you want to make their work easy, you can simply click on this download JSON for GSTN, and this will be your JSON file. It will look like this to you. This is your JSON file. So if you want to make their work easy, you can download a JSON file also from here. And one more thing, if your JSON file is downloaded, it means there is no error into your data. So if you are managing your GST from software also, in that case also, try to download your JSON file first, so that it will make you clear that is there any error or not. And next, if you are you want to manage your GST from software only, in that case, here we have given the option for upload to GSTN. But before to this, you have to follow few steps that I am mentioning here into the notepad. First, you have to go to GST portal. Then you have to go into my profile. Then you have to go into manage API. Next, enable the API. There you will get multiple options for 6 hours, 30 days. So enable it for 30 days. And after that, just confirm. Just make a note of this. After doing this process, you will be easily able to upload your GST file your GSTR through the software only. What you have to do, you just have to click on upload to GSTN. Yes. And again, data will be uploaded at GST server and cannot be rolled back. So if you are sure, then press on yes, and your GSTR will be filed. Okay, moving further, in this you will get more reports, like for your GSTR2, you will get the report for GSTR3B also. So here you will be able to find two reports, GSTR3B and GSTR3B detail. If you will click on GSTR3B, so for this report, you can't see this in the software. Either you can download a print form preview, or you can download a JSON for it, or you can directly upload it to GSTN. Okay, if you want to see detailed GSTR3B of your, in that case, you have to go into GSTR3B detail. And from here, you can see your detailed summary of your GSTR3B. You can simply, if you want to see that from where your outward taxable supplies are coming, just double click on this. And the further invoice detail will be opened here. So this is how you can check your GSTR3B also. Next, we have the GSTR2 reconciliation summary. This you can also check from the software only. Select the party, then the GST number. For which you want to check, and just click on view. You can see like you can see the reconciliation summary here. Next, we have the reconciliation detail, party month-wise reconciliation 499A. Then you will get the tax register for your sales, tax register for your purchase, then the tax summary. If you want to see HSN wise tax summary, that you can also check from the software only. Here is your HSN wise summary. You can see like how much tax is charged on each and every HSNs that you have created in the software. So this is how you are going to manage your GST very easily from the dashboard also, and from the report section also. If you want to download your data, you can simply export it into Excel and give it to your CA. If you want to manage your GST at your own, in that case, we have given the option for upload to GST. You can simply upload the data on GST portal by doing this nominal settings, and your GST will be filed. So this is all about your GST. Now the next topic is user creation and management. For user management, you have to go into configuration. Okay, before to that, you can check like how many users are allowed into your ID. Just give me a minute. Let me refresh. So by clicking on this align book logo, you can check that in my ID, I have 5 allowed users. Means I can create 5 active users at a time, including my host ID. For creating user, you have to go into configuration. Here you will get the option for manage user. Okay, so I have already created like this many users. So I will be editing one of them. For creating new, you just have to click on create new user. Okay, you have to mention the name and the last name. Then the login ID. Login ID must be specific and unique, as if we are talking about Gmail ID that can't be repeated. Similarly, your login ID should be unique. Only it should be unique, then only software will accept it, otherwise it will give you an error. Then you have to mention the email ID. On this particular email ID, a verification will be sent, and after verification only this user can log in. Then you have to mention the mobile number. Here you will get an option for inactive. So in Align Book software, user cannot be deleted. If you want to add that user's right, in that case, you can simply inactive this user and this user will not be counted. So as I showed you initially that I have the right for 5 users, it means you have the right to create 5 active user at a time. There is no like limitation for inactives. You can create as many users, but at a time you will be able to use only 5 active user. Next, if you want to keep it as OTP based logins, then a OTP will be sent on this mobile number, and after the entering that OTP, you will be able to log in. If you want to put any time restriction, like if you have created this ID for your employee, in that case, you can put a restriction of like 9:30 to 7:30 only. If your working hour is 10 to 7. So if you want to put any time restriction, you can put that also. Same if you want to put any like weekdays restriction. Like you don't want to give him or her right for Saturday and Sunday because those are your week off. In that case, you can like restrict for that also. Who will be the reporting manager for this particular employee or the person? Then what all companies are allowed to him or her, and what will be the default company in which the user will log in. Now next, the first one is administrator. If you will click on administrator, then it will be a, you can say, replicate ID of host ID. They will be having all the rights. They can even convert your ID into custom ID. So you can create, if you are creating just for reports, like if you are creating an ID for a CA or auditor so that they can see your reports, or for your sleeping partner, in that case you can create on report only basis, and for customization go on custom. Then next step, now what all you want in modules to be shown, like their dashboard, the transactions and reports, what all transactions should be shown to them. Let's say I choose finance and production also. These things should be shown to them. I click on next. Then transaction, in transaction, what all they can do, they can create a new transaction, they can edit the existing transaction, they can view the existing transaction, they can delete any of the transaction, print, export, schedule, or bulk delete. You can limit the restrictions. Next one is for reports, like what all they can do in your reports. They can view the reports, they can print the report, they can export the report, they can configure the report. Then next step, if you will click on as admin, it will become a host ID. And then you want to give the multiple financial period, right? Access to main dashboard, access to opening transaction. Then how many back date are allowed to this user, how many post date are allowed to this user for the transaction, and which dashboard should be shown to this particular employee, the management dashboard, the field team, or the employee. Then next, and you just have to save. As the time you will save it, your user is created. Just give me a minute. Let me log in with this user ID. Okay, as I have kept it as OTP based login. So now I will get a OTP at my number. Okay, see, I'm getting an error that this user is not allowed for Sundays. So I will not be able to log in into the software. Just give me 1 second. Let me do the configurations again. Okay, before logging to the user ID, let me explain you more like user related things. Like here you will get an option for user menu level, right? So from here you can restrict more of it. Like if I want to for this user, okay, I clicked on OK. So what all configuration I want him to be shown, okay, you can do the setup from here. Only these things will be shown to her. Similarly, in vouchers, what all transactions I wanted her to be shown. Like I have given the right for finance, so only finance things are shown here. In finance also, what all I want her to see. Similarly, in masters also, what all I want her to see. You will get the same configurations in reports. So you can further restrict, like in reports also, you just want her to see these particular reports. That's why we have given the user menu level, right? So from here, you can restrict her more. You will get one more option for the user restriction, that is for data access, right? From here also, you can restrict further, like for what all companies she can access. Like I have given only one company access, that's why it's showing nothing here. If you have created multiple branches, so which location should not be shown to her. Same in the case of warehouses. If you are creating counter for your POS, then which counter shouldn't be shown to her. Then if you, even brand also you can restrict, locations, then data availability, what all things should be shown to her. You can do the setup from here and just save. Now I will log in with that particular ID. It will ask for the OTP. Just click on verify OTP, click on sign in. And see, she will be able to see only those things for which I have given the right. For sales, she have no right. For purchase, she have no right. For finance also, I have restricted, like further from data access right, I restricted the things. In inventory also, she can see only item master. Point of sale also, she can see the whole point of sale. Production bill of material only, no assets, no employee. In reports, also things are restricted, like she is not able to see any of the reports because I have restricted all of them. So this is how you can create your user, and you can restrict them for further. So this was all about your level 3, like how you can see your reports, how you can do your report configurations, then how you are going to manage your GST from the software only, and how you are going, if you are managing giving it to any CA or any auditor, then in that case how you are going to download the Excel sheets of that or JSON files, and how you are going to create and manage your users. So this was all. Now for further, if you'll be facing any issue or any query, then you can reach out to us. This is our support option. You can raise a support ticket and our team will coordinate with you. Thank you everyone. Thank you for joining the Align book.